Hello everybody. I hope everybody's doing well. Today we're going to start with a grammar lesson. Our objective for this lesson is to fill in the blanks with the correct form of the verb that agrees with the given subject. So, as we said, our lesson is subject-verb agreement. When we say subject-verb agreement, it means that the subject and the verb have to agree. But why do subjects and verbs have to agree? And what do we mean by that? After all, they're only words. The basic rule is that singular subjects must have singular verbs, and plural subjects take plural verbs. What does this mean then? It means that the subject and the verb must agree in number. Both must be singular or both must be plural. Do not be confused. Please be careful about the following. To make a noun plural, we add s. I'm pretty sure you guys are familiar with this. So, girl, which is singular, the plural form is girls. However, to make a verb plural, we take away the s. So, singular, he talks. Plural, they talk. So a noun is plural when we add s, but a verb is plural without an s. So do not be confused about this. So many students face problems when it comes to subject-verb agreement. There are different types of subjects, so we are going to check out different rules on subject-verb agreement. Rule number 1. The pronoun you always takes a plural verb. For example, you were invited to come. You are asked to clean the room. You sing so well. Notice how all the verbs were, are, and sing are plural. Rule number 2. If a sentence begins with here or there, the verb agrees with the subject which follows it. For example, here are the ways on how to preserve meat. So the verb are, which is plural, agrees with the subject ways, which is plural. There is a huge gap between the rich and the poor. So the verb is, which is singular, agrees with the singular subject, a huge gap. Rule number 3. If two subjects, one single and one plural, are connected by either or neither nor, the verb agrees with the nearer subject. Examples. Neither the players nor the coach is joining. So we have two subjects, the players and the coach. The second subject is the one that we will use to decide whether the verb is going to be singular or plural. So the coach is singular, so the verb needs to be singular. Therefore, we used is. Let's check the second example. Either the conductor or the singers are attending the concert. So again, we have two subjects, the conductor and the singers. The singers is the second subject, which is the one closer to the verb. So that's the one that we will use to decide whether the verb is going to be singular or plural. The singers is plural, so the verb needs to be plural, therefore are. Rule number 4. A singular subject followed by intervening words or phrases such as with, as well as, in addition to, accompanied by, together with, and no less than takes a singular verb. So, if we have a singular subject, anything that comes between the subject and the verb does not affect the agreement. So the verb needs to be singular. Take a look at the examples. Jake, accompanied by his sisters, is enrolling in PCC. So accompanied by his sisters did not affect the agreement. Jake is singular, so the verb is singular. Daddy, as well as my brothers, is enjoying the party. So the singular subject daddy agrees with the singular verb is, as well as my brothers did not affect the subject-verb agreement. Rule number 5. Singular subjects joined by and require a plural verb. So any two singular subjects, when we join them by and, then we have to use a plural verb. For example, Larry and Mercy are reading novels. So the two subjects, Larry and Mercy, are singular, and because they are joined by and, we used the plural verb are. Rule number 6. Two singular subjects joined by either or neither nor take a singular verb. Do not be confused with the previous rule related to either or neither nor. So in the previous one, we had two subjects that were not singular. So one of them was singular and the other one plural. Here, both of them are singular. Take a look at the examples. Either mommy or daddy is coming with me at the outbound. So both subjects, mommy and daddy, are singular. Neither Ferdy nor Dulce is waiting for you. So both subjects are singular here. Rule number 7. If a singular subject is followed by a phrase containing a plural noun, the verb is singular. Take a look at the examples with me. One of the boys is yelling so loud. One of the boys took a singular verb, which is. If we want to think about it, one of the boys is talking about one of them. So that's why we used a singular verb. Please notice that the phrase of the boys, which contains a plural noun, did not affect the subject-verb agreement. One of the members is against the rule. Again, we are talking about only one of these members. So that's why we use a singular verb. So a singular subject takes a singular verb, and the phrase of the members did not affect the subject-verb agreement. Rule number 8. The indefinite pronouns several, few, both, many, others are always plural. Both were asking to be freed. Several are seeking justice. So obviously, when we say several, we mean more than two. When we say both, we mean two. When we say many, we mean more than two. That's why they take a plural verb. Rule number 9. The indefinite pronouns some, most, all, none are singular or plural according to the meaning of the sentence. Indefinite pronouns are pronouns that refer to non-specific people, objects, or places. And these indefinite pronouns can represent either count nouns or non-count nouns. Count nouns are nouns that can be singular or plural. For example, apple, apples, girl, girls, etc. Non-count nouns, they're always singular. For example, coffee, milk, money, etc. Take a look at the examples with me. Some of the girls were absent. The girls is a count noun. That's why we used a plural verb, which is were. Some of the ice cream is left. Ice cream is a non-count noun and takes a singular verb, which is here is. All of the money has been spent. Money is a non-count noun and it takes a singular verb. All of the money has been spent. Has is singular. All of the students know the answer. The students is a count noun. That's why we used a plural verb. Rule number 10. When any of the following indefinite pronouns is the subject, the verb is singular, like everybody, each, no one, another, anybody, nobody, every, nothing, everything, anyone, either, neither, everyone, somebody, someone, etc. There are many other ones as well. So when you see one of these pronouns as the subject in the sentence, the verb is singular. Please pay attention to either and neither here. So here, these pronouns are alone, so we do not have them with two subjects. Okay? For example, every man and woman in this hall is a member. So whenever you see that the sentence starts with an indefinite pronoun like the ones we mentioned, the verb is singular because these are singular subjects. Rule number 11. Expressions of time, money, weight, and distance are singular even if the form is plural. For example, 2 years is a long time to wait. 2 years refers to an expression of time. Even though we are saying 2, this refers to a period of time. This is why we use a singular verb. $1 million was given back to the owner. Remember that when we talk about money, money is a non-count noun and it takes a singular verb. That's why here we used a singular verb. Rule number 12. When the amount of money refers to separate units, the verb is plural. So, we've been saying that money is a non-count noun and non-count nouns take singular verbs. However, when we're talking about a specific amount of money referring to separate units, then the verb is plural. Take a look at the examples with me. 5 25 centavo coins were found. So here we are talking about the coins which are count. We can count the coins. That's why we used a plural verb. 60 100 peso bills were added to the budget. So here we are talking about the bills, which is a countable noun. That's why we used a plural verb, because bills is plural.